Hello, everybody, people of YouTube. It is I'm sitting on my book. That was my laptop. Awkward. Okay, I'm back. So hi, everyone. This is just going to be a short little vlog, part of my health vlog series that I started. If you haven't seen the first video that I made with the introduction, please go and check that out. I would be very grateful. So today I thought before I get into the idea of meal plans and maybe recipes and things that you can eat to, to keep healthy or, for fitness or losing weight or anything that you want to do with it. If you don't want to watch it, that's fine. I keep looking at myself. I'm going to look at this dot as much as I can. So, firstly, I want to make a few disclaimers. This is about the lifestyle choice I chose with regards to food. I'm not going to entitle this video veganism because I really think there's a bad stigma around it, and I really don't want to put people off with my video if they're not vegans or if they don't have that sort of diet. Another thing I want to say is that I have absolutely 100% no problem with people who choose to eat meat, dairy and eggs. I don't see anything wrong with people choosing what they want to eat, so I respect you, so I hope that you guys can respect that this is what I chose. Another thing I want to say is I know absolutely nothing about the ethical side of being vegan. I don't know anything about slaughterhouses or, about anything to do with the industries that produce meat, dairy and eggs. So I'm not going to sit here and bore you with facts or anything or make you feel guilty for what you're eating. This is purely about the food I eat and the benefits I personally experienced. Just because I experience these things from being a vegan does not mean in any way that you could feel the same benefits. And it does not mean that it's something that you should have to do or feel the need to do just because I say that I think it's that I found it great. This is purely a personal experience, so I would appreciate if you're not a vegan to still watch to the end anyway, just to see my personal experience. There's going to be nothing in here that guilts anyone into feeling this way. This is purely a health choice, not an ethical decision. Okay, so now that awkward little disclaimer is over, I'm just going to get right into it. So basically, I became a vegan in early March. I was inspired by a wonderful young woman called Asina O'Neill, who I found on Instagram, who happened to be a vegan. And I just thought that the food she ate looked yummy and really nice. Before I started my weight loss journey, I actually had not been eating any vegetables or fruit. I had nothing in my diet like that. It was just meat and whatever. I wasn't eating fruit and vegetables. I liked the idea of being able to eat fruit and vegetables, like have an abundance of it in a diet. And at first it was just kind of going to be like a diet, like a challenge for myself to do for a couple of weeks or a month, just so that I could introduce fruit and vegetables into my diet and then go back to eating, meats and stuff with more of the good fruit and vegetables that I need in it. And it eventually turned into a lifestyle choice that I continue to do. Like I said, I'm not ethically vegan, so I still consume fish. I quite like fish and I feel like I get all my omega-3 oils and stuff from that. I take my multivitamins. I'm hoping to start taking vitamin B12. I take vitamin D as well. And I get all my calcium, my iron, my protein, everything from plant-based foods rather than meat, dairy and eggs. You also obviously have a great source of protein and iron and, whatever you need, all the vitamins and kind of important nutrients you need in animal-based diets as well. So I absolutely do not think that one is better than the other. You can do either or both together, it's up to you. But personally I just wanted to talk about, the benefits of it for me. And I think the first thing that I noticed straight away was energy. I used to come into school very early every morning. I was getting up at 7 every morning. And I come into school feeling sluggish and tired, and by the second class of the morning I would be exhausted, ready to go home, ready to sleep. I had absolutely no memory, I had no concentration at all, and I found that once I started being vegan, I had an abundance of energy. Like, I was getting up every morning and I wasn't tired. I wasn't burning out by the end of the day. I was lasting much longer. My recall, my memory was so much better in school as well. And I found when I came home I was ready to study, ready to do homework. I just didn't feel as sluggish anymore. Another thing I noticed was that something I didn't notice when I was eating animal-based foods was that I personally had a lot of like irritable problems in my stomach. I used to find that I ate a lot of carbs and meats, and they always kind of made me feel a little bit sick afterwards. And when I stopped consuming those, I didn't have that irritation in my stomach anymore. I felt so much better, so I wasn't feeling sick either. So that was a good enough reason for me to continue on, because I did feel my body felt better, my insides felt better. Also, I had really bad hormonal acne last year. I mean, it was atrocious. It was probably from what I was eating, but I used to have it all over my nose. I had rosacea all on my cheeks and my nose, and alongside obviously the medication I took and, you know, the different creams I tried, my skin cleared up so much better from eating all the vegetables and fruit. So I did cut out a lot of things. I cut out a lot of chocolate, jellies, meat, dairy, eggs. I was still eating fish, but I did get rid of a lot of things that I always had in my diet. But on the plus side, I started taking in things that I'd never had before, like vegetables and fruits. I wasn't consuming any of that before, and now I suddenly was. So, I mean, I was kind of like a win-win, you know. I was losing out on things, but I was gaining so much more as well. So, personally, I just felt that once the month was finished, I enjoyed eating that way, and I wanted to continue to. Being vegan, like starting out, was quite tough because I had to rely on YouTube and people on Instagram and Tumblr and Facebook to find recipes and to find out different things I should be eating, and vegetables that were superfoods for me to eat and things that were good for my system so that I wasn't eating unhealthily. Of course, you can choose to eat unhealthily if you want. Everything is your own choice, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't sick. I wasn't losing out on any nutrients and, you know, just feeling sick. So, yes, so I did have to rely on YouTube. I'm hoping that part of this health vlog series will be me showing you meal plans. So if you are somebody who is thinking of, you know, trying out veganism for health reasons or ethical reasons, that's absolutely fine, none of my business, that you can find help from me too and my experience of it as I go through doing it. I don't know if I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. I think I probably am going to stick with it now. But I don't know that I'm going to change my mind after a few months. This is no longer a diet for me, this is lifestyle. So this is just how I eat every day. It's not to lose weight or anything. But it really does help me feel healthier. So I found a lot of benefits from it, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. Once again, I'm not here to shove it down anybody's throat. I'm not uncomfortable around people who choose to eat meat and dairy and eggs, and you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because for 17 years I was doing that too. So who am I to judge anybody else for what they choose to eat and what they find healthy? Because you can be healthy on an animal-based diet, and you can absolutely lose weight on that. Ooh, there's a spider on my window ledge. Okay, it's gone. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the spider. So I did want to just make this video so that people were clear that if anyone was thinking of watching this series, that I didn't want to be going to meal plans and recipes. I won't be doing anything that have meat, dairy and eggs in them. They'll be vegan. So yes, I'm hoping to do maybe a list of different, you know, sweet foods and sugary foods that I eat that are vegan. And hopefully I can find more brands and different sort of recipes that I can share with you guys, you know, just to try out. Even if you don't think of becoming vegan, but the idea of the meal looks good to you, you can still make it. Doesn't mean you're a vegan at all. And I'm going to put some links in the description below of different YouTubers and Instagram people that I follow that are vegan that I found really helpful. As far as the ethical side goes, I've no clue or information about that, unfortunately. So if you are someone who's having an ethical struggle with eating animal-based diets and you want to find out more, I'm sure that the girls that I link below have plenty on the ethical side and the environmental side of being a vegan. But I personally am doing this for health, so I don't have a clue about that, so apologies. But I'm sure that if you Google it or YouTube it, you'll find plenty of different sources that can tell you more about that. And if you are someone who is watching this who isn't vegan at all and doesn't like the idea of it, I would like to think that you in some way have restored some faith in some vegans, that we don't all have to be someone who shoves their ideals down someone else's throats, because I would personally hate that, so I wouldn't want to do it to you guys. So from now on, I think the health vlogs are going to be things about my exercise routine, meal plan. I'm going to talk a little bit more about my anxiety and how exercise and eating healthy combated that, because I know there are a lot of people who would have mental health issues, and exercise is honestly the best thing for it. So hopefully if you keep watching the series, you'll find out a little bit more about just being healthier or losing weight or whatever you want to do, or even if you just want to nose at me doing it and failing miserably, then that's just fine. So anyway, I hope you were entertained by this video. I hope you were somewhat enlightened, and I hope you don't think that I am in some way on a high horse or pretentious for being a vegan, thinking I'm the best thing in the planet. I'm honestly not. I'm probably like one of the worst vegans going, because sometimes I still fall off the wagon. But yes, I still find certain experiences tough. Like, I still find it hard to order at a restaurant because I don't want to be too picky with my meals, but as I said, I can eat fish, so sorry, so I can get fish based meals at restaurants, but I'm still learning, and hopefully I will learn more and I'll know more and I'll be able to inform you more on it. But I just found a lot of benefits from it, thought it might be useful to tell and share with all of you guys. So if you haven't checked out the best friend tag that Lauren and I did, please go on to our YouTube channel and check it out. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who subscribed, our 30 subscribers and hopefully more, and to all our viewers and people who've watched this video. We are really grateful. We didn't expect the response that we did get. We thought we would have much less than this by now, so thank you very much for supporting us. And please, if you're watching this, we would love it if you'd subscribe or like our videos or comment or give us any feedback that you need to. I'm also going to put a link to a Facebook page that we now have for the Daily Ladies. It's going to be in the description along with the other links that I said earlier I would post. So before this gets above the time that it should be, I'm going to say goodbye. I've done absolutely no study now, and I'm probably going to go and procrastinate some more. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye everyone.